And we're back, guys. How's everyone doing? We have the last match of the French Open for the title, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We have the world's ranked number one and number two. This is going to be a treat. Please do me a favor. Go check out the previous video. Go check out the community. Check out the throwback. The first time these two ladies met at a slam, the U.S. Open. Pretty good video. All right, let's get into it, guys. All right, so let's talk some serious stuff here. We have Aryna Sabalenka, the world's ranked number one, taking on Coco, the world's ranked number two. These two ladies have played 10 times, right? Very, very consistent at going deep in draws. And the head-to-head is split 5-5, right? With Sabalenka winning the most recent matchup in Madrid in straight sets. However, look, Coco had her opportunities in that match. She should have won the second set. But nonetheless, guys, here we are. Now, on clay, the head-to-head is 1-1. Overall, the public is backing Sabalenka to win this match. I mean, look, Sabalenka for the public is probably the easy pick, right? She's aggressive. She's older. But she's stronger, right? People would say she's stronger, but not necessarily, ladies and gentlemen. In this tournament, they're serving nearly identical serve speeds, but historically, believe it or not, and look, I've talked about this for many, many years, historically, Coco has had the faster serve. People don't realize that, right? But under new coaching, JC's back, Daly's there. They've toned down the serve. None of the Brad Gilbert stuff going crazy, Andy Roddick and all that. They've toned down the serve. They're focused on placement and technique. But Coco can still crack. But Aryna Sabalenka's stronger, right? No, not in this tournament. Coco is striking the forehand and the backhand at faster miles per hour. Very interesting, right? All right, well, let's get into it, guys. Not only is Coco cracking the forehand and backhand at stronger, faster speeds than Sabalenka, Coco's moving the best in this tournament, right? So metrics based on, opponents in previous matches in this tournament, the French Open only, out of a maximum score of 10, Coco's rated a 9.5 with her movement. It's going to be the difference maker in this match, guys. We're not wasting any time. We're getting right into it. Listen, this is a slower surface. So what does that mean? That means you're going to have Aryna Sabalenka more stationary. You're going to have her more flat-footed, trying to tee off and bomb. However, that's going to enable Coco to close out more, right? Aryna Sabalenka on hard. Yes, it's a faster surface. That means she's going to move faster. That means she's going to strike the ball faster. That means she's going to have more opportunities to just blow you off of the court. Slower court, not necessarily. She's going to be a lot more stationary. Factor in the faster mover Coco, the better mover Coco, the better defender Coco. She's going to be able to close out more on these balls quicker than Aryna Sabalenka. She's going to be able to get more balls back. And the speed that Sabalenka is striking at, Coco is matching it +1. She's already made a lot of history here, guys. The youngest player since the year 2000 to literally win at least 25, 26, 27, right? Just about Sabalenka's age matches here at the French Open. Coco's breaking all of these records. Now, if you take a look at Sabalenka for her career, Coco's literally Coco's 6 years younger than Sabalenka. Coco is literally on pace to outperform her, right? So factor in 6 years at this pace, Coco's going to be far ahead of where Sabalenka is. This is what I don't think people understand. Sabalenka's a grown woman. She's 6 years older than Coco. She's more experienced in championships, but if you look at the age, Sabalenka was not doing this at 21 years old. I think Sabalenka's amazing. I think she's a very, very big ball striker, big time racket. But the problem here is I don't think the public gives Coco enough credit because there's a lot of haters out there, but they just don't realize how good she is. They're casual fans and they listen to the media hype where everyone expects Coco to win every slam. Listen, guys, of these two ladies here, there's only one that has lost 3 straight final appearances in a row. 1, 2, 3. And it's not Coco. And I don't think it's going to happen today, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, let's get this straight. If I give you 1, you'll give me back 2? Or how about I give you 2, you'll give me back 1? Listen, I'll take the 2, buddy. Coco Gauff's a 2-1 underdog in this matchup. It's upset Saturday. Listen, guys, Sabalenka is very powerful. She's going to try and stretch the court with Coco, but here's the thing with this matchup. If you guys have watched this matchup in the past, Coco Gauff, she's not like, Sabalenka's not just beating her, blowing her off the court. Coco's losing. The matches, the head-to-head's 5-5. But the recent matches that she's lost to Sabalenka, and by the way, Masters, Saudi Arabia, yeah, she beat Sabalenka. Remember that? Let's take a look at Wuhan and Madrid. Coco Gauff had her opportunities to win those sets and in Wuhan to win the match. She had a horrible double fault performance in Wuhan. Coco beats herself with the serve, right? I said the joke there, it's like your ISP is down, the issues with the server. Listen, guys, ask the Matrix. The only one that can beat Coco is Coco. Coco's not just getting beat, blown off the court. She's in situations where she's giving her opponent free points. Factor in this, Sabalenka will get broken during a match. She'll have a service game where she's just going to fault. She's going to give her opponent second serve looks, and she's going to double fault herself into mistakes. She's going to hit wide. She's going to hit long. Factor in Coco's defense, where not only she's striking the ball faster in the forehand and the backhand, she moves well. She defends the net better than Sabalenka. She defends overall better than Sabalenka, has better footwork, faster. I think the passing shots are going to be there. Coco Gauff comes out and serves well and lays a smackdown on Sabalenka. Listen, guys, Coco is not known for losing finals. I mean, before the loss here in Madrid and Rome, right? Before those two losses, what was Coco? 9-1 in final appearances? 90% win rate. Again, only one of these two ladies has ever lost 3 straight final appearances. That's Sabalenka, year 22 season. Here's the thing. The public's backing Sabalenka, and it's easy because it's the easy pick. It's easy pick. But they don't realize Coco's 6 years younger and has matched every bit of skill that Sabalenka has produced. Overall, probably the more technical, more complete all-around player, right? Because Coco can do more things more effectively. She can defend better. So she has a better backhand. She's better at the net, better footwork, better speed. Sabalenka, look, very strong forehand, very strong serve. She wants to stretch you wide. But Sabalenka and her coach even said it. Anton, they even said it. Sabalenka's still getting used to clay. She's not that comfortable. Sabalenka wins about 65% of her matches on clay. Coco's at 75%. Coco's a junior French Open slam champion. She loves playing on clay. In fact, Coco said Paris is her favorite city to play in. Guys, it's time. It's time for Coco to win number 2. And the reality here is the line's a bit off. This should be a pick 'em. It's the head-to-head 5-5, number 1 and number 2. It shouldn't be a 2-1. Sabalenka shouldn't be a 2-1 favorite. I think that's a bit disrespectful to Coco. Take a look at the competitors Coco has defeated to get here. Listen, guys, she took out Madison Keys, one of the hardest ball strikers on tour, possibly, arguably, the hardest forehand on tour. Look, upwards of 80 plus miles per hour, 85 mile an hour. Sabalenka's not cracking that forehand that fast. She's cracking the forehand about 71 miles per hour. She beat Keys. You telling me she can't beat Sabalenka? You guys are crazy, man. Aryna, another forehand. I don't have Aryna speed. I should have took a look at what her speed was, but Aryna Alexandrova, Listen, guys, another crazy forehand, right? Her forehand is freaking crazy. I'd say it all the time. What do I say about Ekaterina? Anyone want to comment below? Anyone want to comment below? I say if you sit near the baseline, you better wear your freaking helmet and shoulder pads. That's how fast she hits, ladies and gentlemen. Very strong. She handled her with no problem. Two of the best and strongest forehands. What are you going to do, ladies and gentlemen? You know what I mean? So I think personally, Coco is prepared for this matchup. On the other side of the net, Sabalenka hasn't faced anyone striking or defending like Coco in this tournament. She hasn't. Who she faced? Iga. Iga is not herself. She look. I don't. We're not gonna go there, right? But Iga Swiatek, her stamina is just not there. She's not as good of a mover. It seems like she's not herself anymore. Who knows why, what, where, when, how, whatever. We just know that Iga Swiatek hasn't made a final in a year. We know that something is wrong with Iga. She doesn't look normal. We're not going to compare and Coco's beat Iga 3 straight times. We're not going to compare that match that Iga and Sabalenka had. If you do want to compare anything, then what? Iga Swiatek won a set off of Sabalenka. Probably should have won the first one. Probably could have wrapped it up in 2. Coco's playing a lot better, looks a lot better. The match against Lois, listen, guys, good all-around clay player. But the reality is Coco did what she had to do. She proved to the world Lois wasn't on her level. And sometimes you need a match like that. You need a match where you're not banged up, grueled up. Guys, we saw Ken win that match in Rome. Coco was drained. That was a very grueling match. Recovery sometimes could be tough. You just don't recover that way. Having an easy match against Lois, not only has she had less court time on the court than Sabalenka, nearly 2 hours. Sometimes that's what you need going into the finals. You need a clear mind, a fresh mind, fresh, well-rested body, mentally focused and relaxed, where you just dominated your opponent. It's about confidence. Tennis is about confidence. The way she dominated Lois in front of this crowd, now she's going into a match well-rested, not fatigued like the Queenwin match in Rome, where she was drained. Coco was drained. It was clear. Now she's well-rested. She's mentally focused. She knows now the crowd's going to be on her side. Right? Take a look at Sabalenka's wins. Kamila Rakimova, Jill Teichmann. Come on, these are ITF players. Olga Danlovic, ITF player. Amanda Anisimova is just not there. Queenwin and Iga, the only 2 really tough tests there for Sabalenka. But the reality here is she's just not the same. And Queenwin had her opportunities. For Coco, again, Lois was hot. She beat 2 top 10 players, had the crowd striking the ball well. But Keys and Ekaterina and Buskova, defensive players. Buskova gets balls back. She's not going to make mistakes. She's not going to take risks. She's just going to keep getting balls back. I think those were great tests for Sabalenka. Guys, my pick is for Coco, like I said. I'm going to give you a good pick here. Take Coco to win a set. All right? Take Coco to win a set. And I like the match to go over. Sabalenka is not the person you beat normally in straight sets. Normally, she's going to if she loses the first set, she'll come back stronger in the second set. If she's broken, she comes back stronger and harder with nothing to lose. Sabalenka is normally going to go over. I like Coco to win a set. 3 picks. I like the match to go over 21 games. And then I like Coco to win this match outright. It's time for Coco Gauff to get slam number 2. I told you guys last year she'd win slam number 2 here at the French Open. I told you before the tournament started she's my pick. And the reality here is it just feels like it's time, right? She's setting all these records in France. It just feels like it's her time, and what better opponent to beat I thought Iga would have been the best case scenario to beat it. It just would have been amazing for Coco. But aside from Iga, take out the world's number one. I think Coco wins this slam here. Wimbledon's a fast surface. I think she's so fast sometimes she gets a little out of control at Wimbledon. I think for SW19, she's got to go back to how she played Venus as a junior, more defensive and slow down a little bit. Realistically, I could see Coco, I could see her doing a Jasmine Polini, winning this final and also making the Wimbledon final. But I think for the most part, I could see Coco winning the U.S. Open again this year and possibly defending at Saudi Arabia and ending the year number one. It could happen like that, guys. It really could. But for it to happen, Sabalenka cannot go deep at the U.S. Open or win it, and Coco's got to win it. And at least defend, one of those Masters, which will be what? Beijing, right? So listen, guys, Coco's my pick. I like the match to go over 21 games. I like Coco to win a set, and I like Coco to win the entire match. So that's 3 picks. Again, I feel that the defense Coco has, it's going to make Sabalenka work, use her footwork, and they're going to have a game plan. They know what they need to do. They've faced Sabalenka so many times. You need to make Sabalenka move her feet, come forward, get her off of that baseline to where the point gets wild and wacky, and she's going to start tripping over her feet. I've made tons of videos. I've covered the videos. I've explained to you how to beat Sabalenka. Also, keep the ball in the center of court as much as you can. Take away her angles. She's got to serve well. She's got to defend well. Sabalenka will give you hiccups where she'll make mistakes. She'll break herself. She'll give you second serves. She'll get frustrated. Take advantage of those moments. Get to the backhand. Coco's striking the forehand and the backhand stronger than Sabalenka. Coco's a little bit more comfortable on clay. Anton talked about how Sabalenka's still trying to transition. And look, I think he's probably being a little bit nonchalant, maybe exaggerating a little bit. But overall, of the surfaces, Sabalenka has expressed clay as her least favorite. And we know that. Well, clay is a big favorite for Coco. Time for Coco to get number 2, guys. Like the video, show some love. Tell me what you think in the comments. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the video. I know, guys, a little bit late, but got too many things going on right now. But hey, like the video, hit the super thanks. We'll talk to you soon.